Hello everyone, this is Michael from Ancient Greece Revisited, and we're back with another video on Greek religiosity as we try to deepen this ancient heritage. Now, a bit of a disclaimer, because we did a few of these videos. We're not mystics here. We have not been initiated in any mystery schools. If any of you have, please write a comment with your experiences. We're two people currently who are trying to reconnect back with a past that is also very present. But we're very careful on how we do it, because whatever is related with ancient Greece has a tendency to kind of degenerate in our imagination into something very graphical, very kitsch, very cliche, very, you can use many words, but we're trying an authentic relationship with our ancient past, right? And to start with, it's better to try and figure out the blockers that are obstructing our view, right? One such blocker, believe it or not, is Christianity. What do I mean by that? I mean that perhaps many who are interested in reconnecting back with a pagan, although the term is not very good and not very correct, for lack of a better one, with a pagan past, with an ancient past, are obviously not devout Christians. I mean, I understand how someone could believe that Dionysus is another version of Christ, and that's all well and good, but that's definitely not what a Christian would believe, right? So you can be a pagan with a respect for Christianity. It's very hard to be a Christian with a respect for paganism. It's almost a matter of fact. So I understand that many of you are not these traditional Orthodox Christians, and yet you might find that the worldview of Christianity has grown roots deeper into your subconscious. When we go to an analyst, we might be suffering from anxiety or insomnia. We don't know exactly what. The analyst's job is to show that certain things we're not even aware of are truly there, present in our psyche, and bring them up. So the first move, if you will, for reconnecting is to try to bring up certain things that might have grown deeper roots. Christianity as a religion is very much concerned with the mystical. What do I mean by that? I mean that Christianity understood and preached that the kingdom of the Father is not of this world. Okay, and that is very important, because historically Christianity rose out of Judaism, and it rose out of revolutionary Judaism. The years that Jesus lived, and this is not something that is obvious when reading the New Testament. When Jesus lived, he lived under the biggest and most fierce revolt that the Roman Empire had ever known, right? Which needed the future Emperor Vespasian with his legions to subdue the revolt of the Israelites. And the idea that they had is they wanted to reclaim this kingdom of this earth, the land of Israel. So the Christian revolution, which is one of the reasons why it was never accepted by the Jews, is that the kingdom of God is not the land strip of Israel, is another kingdom, a kingdom beyond this world of the senses. So Christianity, by its very beginning, had a very strong idea about the afterlife, about what happens to us after we die, about the soul, the salvation of the soul, uniting the soul with the Father. You may reject or not this story, but I would challenge you to look deep into yourself and find whether this story has grown deep roots, because what I see from people who are very interested and passionate even with ancient Greek religiosity is that they're looking for it in the mysteries. They're looking for it in the unseen. Many of you have accused me for not being initiated in one of the mystery schools that apparently you have. And I would truly love to learn how, when, and how, even in a private message, without revealing anything sacred that might have been revealed to you, of course. But this passion for the mysteries is very modern and very Christian. in a way. It's the passion, the idea that there's secret texts hidden in the Vatican, and if only we could get them back and read them, something profound would happen, right? It's the idea that one more archaeological excavation will reveal another Greek temple, and by doing some mystical trigonometry between the ancient Greek temples, we're going to figure out, I know, the distance between here and the moon. It's one more Egyptian tomb, one more temple, one more. I believe that the Greek religiosity is not about that. I don't believe you're missing something that's been hidden for you. I think there is a mystery in Greek religiosity, but it's the mystery of light that we keep refraining. It's the mystery that this world exists at all, and it exists as something, right? It's a mystery of appearances, and it's, to understand it better, the only meditation that I could give you, because I've done it, is not some kind of closing your eyes and going inwards, which is in a way very Christian. Of course it is very Hindu, of course it is, but you have to question as to how these practices fit so well in the Western paradigm, right? And I believe it's because they stress the internal, the esoteric, okay? Maybe we have to think that there's a mystery in the exoteric, in what we see. We think it's obvious, but it's not. If I have one meditation to give you, is to try and catch phenomena in their appearing, in their appearance, before your mind superimposes all the rational explanations of what these are. Our minds have this, they're almost like a cookie cutter, right? You see something and you start classifying. You see a woman, you think of her age, you think of her height, you think of her beauty, her dress. There's an algorithm almost running behind. You have to appreciate the phenomenon as it appears, and there perhaps are the gods will be present to you. And that's as far as I can go. Just trying to figure out what we have been conditioned as moderns, because we are very different from the ancient Greeks, radically different. And this difference has to be appreciated before it is bridged, rather than jumping straight and believing that by changing your gown from a black Orthodox priest to a white, supposedly hierophant, that you're actually changing your spiritual orientation. You might, but you might not be. You will not be until you clarify all those things that have sunk in, that have become parts of your thinking without knowing. The modern world in the West has been built upon a few pillars: science, Christianity, and classical liberalism. And the three are connected. And we're going to make more videos about that connection between, because these three, as successful of a world as they've built, are also the blockers to reconnecting with another world. So stay tuned, and don't forget to help us by subscribing and hitting the little bell button, because we realize that you're not getting the updates that you should, for reasons mysterious perhaps. So thank you very much for watching.